Thank you. Appreciate it. See if I can move around without making noise here. First of all, I grew up next door to Randy Land in Magnolia, literally next door. And he never fed me once. Took 50 years and a ticket to get him to make me a meal. And he's probably gone now to the next Dallas Cowboys something. Anyway, we're both still standing. And when you get a certain age, that's a praise right there. Amen. We got some Baptists in here. I appreciate that. So look, you've heard a lot about gratitude today. And you know what? You should. I was texting my daughter who's on a senior trip with her mama, thank goodness. I got one of the other ones over here who's being good right now. And I just texted her because she was sending me all these pictures. She's with these other seniors and they're blowing money that's not theirs and having a good time. And I just texted her, I said, remember, there's a lot of people doing a lot of great things for her on this trip. I said, gratitude is the attitude that you should have. And I started thinking when Mike was up here, really this whole thing's about gratitude. That's why we're here. And we say thank you a lot, but it's usually in passing. We don't spend a lot of time on it. Not a lot of people write the notes anymore. But we need to, as humans, we need to talk more, longer, more often about gratitude. So I'm just going to focus on, there are three things I really want to focus on in terms of gratitude. Number one, in my relatively short time, I guess 2.5 years in this job, I want to thank you for your cooperation. So any of these agencies alone is nowhere near as effective. We're just not. And whether it's our new cold case unit, whether it's Matt Foster and the human trafficking focus that we've really launched, you've heard about some of the illicit massage parlors and stuff that are run by China-based folks. Tons of cooperation with you guys. Organized retail crime, state police cooperation. Right down the list, y'all have been a great, great partner. And what I see with that, when I look at our partnership and working together on some of these things, we have some sort of task force type things going on. We have the operational stuff. What I see is something you may have heard before, but this is an example where the sum is greater than its parts. We're never going to have the number of law enforcement officers in my office that y'all have. So adding a few of our folks to work with y'all is not really boosting your numbers, but it's not the sum of 2 + 2 is 4. It's 2 + 2 is 6 or 8 because of the synergy and the dynamic and all the intangibles that come from working cooperatively and having being each other's eyes and ears. So I want to thank you all for making it easy to do a lot of what we're doing, because if everybody was cooperating the way y'all do, the way you're taught to work together and lead together, it'd just make us a better state. So y'all really do set the example. So I really appreciate y'all being a partner with us. The second thing, and that starts at the top. It really does. And you got a great guy here. He does ask for money. He asks more times. You ask for more amounts. And y'all are very successful. In any event, the second thing I want to thank y'all for is your commitment to excellence. You're not just another law enforcement agency, entity, whatever. You're our best. And you can't stumble in to being the best. You don't just say, well, we're at the highest level, there we have to be the best because we're statewide. No, you pursue excellence and you take pride and you're intentional about it. And when I talk to folks in other parts of law enforcement here in the state, y'all are the model. And that's an edge that is easily lost if you don't make it a priority. It's not hard to exist. It's hard to be excellent. And it's really hard not to reference Nick Saban. But Nick Saban talks about you got folks that their work is bad, mediocre, good, excellent, and elite. You guys are our elite law enforcement agency. And that's really difficult. It takes a lot of money. It takes a lot of push-ups and running. It takes a lot of studying. It takes a lot of discipline, self-discipline, because all of your actions impact the reputation of everybody else, just like in the Army or anywhere else. And so I want to thank you for your commitment, your unceasing, persistent commitment to excellence in being our elite law enforcement agency, because everybody's watching. And there are a lot of folks that their dream one day is to work for y'all and to be at your level. So I would just encourage you, keep looking sharp. Keep staying sharp. Keep doing what it takes to be excellent and to set the standard. Model the behavior that we want the other law enforcement agencies to follow. You're the model. So I want to thank you for that, because you don't have to be that. And we're a better state because you are that way. And we're safer. And thirdly, probably the most important thing that I want to thank you for is your service, just what you do. Now, there's a lot of talk, and it's important. People saying thank you to law enforcement, and that's really important. But I like to break it down to a real fundamental level. You're not just another player among government players. You are the foundation upon which a free society is built. And to get there, you've got to believe and understand that if you're not safe, you're not free. If you're not safe, you're not free. So if you told somebody, you can go in, you can do these things, you can go in this area, but you can't go over here, and you can't do this, well, you'd say, well, that person's not completely free. Well, what if they decide not to go certain areas, not to do certain things because they're scared for their safety? Well, that's not very free. If you avoid filling up with gas at a gas station where you need to go, and you keep going because you think that one's too dangerous, you're not fully free. If you can't drive anywhere you want because you think you're going to get a bullet, you're not completely free. If you think of it that way, the job you do is much more elevated, because you are literally working to ensure freedom so that people can do what the heck they want to do, when they want to do it, where they want to do it. If you've got a beautiful city park, but you can't go there without getting mugged or killed, it's of no use. Central Park used to be that way in New York. couldn't even go. Beautiful, can't go there. Then what good is it? That's the role you have. And when I put little Charlotte down, and I know there are a lot of kids, a lot of parents, and we all experience this, but when I can focus on her at night, saying her prayers, putting her to bed, and not worry about what's outside, it's because of you. It's because of you. You take that security away, and none of us are free, and all of us are scared. And our lives become something very different than what they are today. So, having said all of that, thank you. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for making our home better. Thank you for making our home a place where maybe my kids will decide to stay when I'm done working and they're going to support me. Thank you for making this the state that it is and striving to make it better. God bless y'all. Thanks for giving me some time.